Bad Boys for Life is the third installment in this buddy cop action franchise and was directed by Bila Fala and Adel El Arbi. Again, sorry if I mispronounced that. This was an early January release that I was actually really excited for. I'm not the biggest Bad Boys fan in the world, but I do really enjoy both the original movies, and the trailers leading up to this one made it seem like another really fun installment into the franchise. Well, I can't say I didn't have fun with it. The downside of making a Bad Boys movie now kind of reared its ugly head. This movie feels outdated in the worst way possible. Instead of moving forward with the franchise, combining nostalgia with refinements that the action genre has made over the past 17 years, the movie took a step backwards and kind of just fell back on old cliches. While on paper that may sound like a fun movie, it kind of made for a pretty boring one. This movie feels like it was made in 2003 in the worst way possible, like I said. The jokes, dialogue, genre tropes, all of them feel like they were ripped straight out of the early 2000s. And again, like I said, that could have worked on paper, but for some reason this movie feels tired. Both Will Smith and Martin Lawrence feel disinterested. The amazing chemistry they both shared in the first two movies is all but gone here. Both of the performances feel like their original characters on autopilot. And when the two stars of your movie feel disinterested, how are we supposed to be interested? I probably could have excused the subpar performance from both the two leads if the script was any better. Easily the movie's weakest element, the script completely ruins any potential the movie had. The dialogue feels extremely hollow, the new characters have zero personality, and the story feels so generic that it's almost a parody of 2000s action movies. And no, that's not what they were trying to do, even though that could have made it for a much better movie. Even though they fell back on old cliches as well. The first two movies always had enough from Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and great action scenes so that they were at least a blast to watch. This movie had neither of those things, so it's just kind of a generic action movie, devoid of any personality of the first two movies. There are a ton of little nitpicks I have with this movie, it being too long, the jokes not really landing, etc. But I feel like my main issue with it is a lack for need of existence. This movie doesn't really add anything new to the Bad Boys formula, it doesn't feel nostalgic, or at least in a good way, and it fails to be anything but forgettable. Yes, some of the action scenes were cool enough, and there were some character moments that I liked, and the villains were actually a good twist that I thought added some intrigue in the movie. But for the most part, it feels like every action movie about a character letting go of their dangerous ways. You've seen it a million times. Bad Boys for Life was the first movie of 2020 to really disappoint me. I wasn't expecting too much of it. It used the Bad Boys formula, which only worked in the first two movies, and turned the franchise into any other action buddy cop movie. Bad Boys for Life gets a C. Thank you so much for watching this. This movie really disappointed me because I actually really do like the first two Bad Boys movies. But you know what? What were your thoughts on it? Let me know, and I will see you guys next time with another review.